I'm gonna go ahead and start this video by saying I am sent different MIDI instruments all the time off, from companies off Amazon who are trying to build their reputation or whatever. And I always tell them the same thing. Basically, sure, you can send it to me, but if I don't like it, I'm not gonna recommend it to my followers. I've been through probably about 4 or 5 of these. There's literally behind me a box of MIDI controllers I just didn't love. Some of them were like supposed to be Bluetooth and they weren't. Some of them just were like kind of cheap. With that being said, I had a company hit me up to test out theirs, and that's the one we're looking at today. The reason I'm making a video about it is because it's actually super clean, no BS, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm actually using it over my Novation launch key because I like it more. And so today I'm just gonna kind of take a walkthrough of the features. If you're thinking about buying it, I'm not an affiliate with this company. They sent it to me and I'm hyped on it. I wanna share it with you guys. It is linked in the description if you guys are interested. And today I'm basically just gonna give my honest opinion of it. Some things I like about it, some things I don't. And as far as using it in Ableton Live, which is my DAW, how that whole process goes. So let's get into it. Before we hop into the video, quick announcement for you guys. I recently dropped a super fire complete start to finish music production course. It's designed to give you every single tool you're ever gonna need to produce professional quality music in 30 days, either if you're totally brand new or if you've been producing for a while but you're just struggling to get your sound to the next level. It's over 17 hours of content distributed over 30 days of learning. We also have a super fire community where you can hop in and ask questions, free monthly sample packs, all kinds of cool stuff. Also, we've recently worked out a deal where if you sign up for the course, we can actually give you guys educational discounts on Ableton Live, FabFilter, Isotope, Sound Toys, Kilohertz, Arturia, and Output. So you could literally save thousands of dollars. And as of right now, the course is on sale, so it costs less than dinner. So definitely worth it, definitely worth checking out. Let's get into the video. So when I started unboxing it, the packaging was really nice. I like the purple and the orange theme. A lot of the different MIDI instruments I got didn't have this kind of attention to detail. Like this case is super cool. I might never use it because it's gonna sit on my desk, like the MIDI keyboard. But it came with a custom case that's pretty cool, a little strap, like a carrying strap for the case. Inside the case, it's got like these cool little pockets. And then it comes with all these little accessories. So it comes with like a USB-C to USB converter, a little cloth to wipe it down with. And taking it out, it's pretty clean. First impressions, the clear plastic kind of threw me off at first. And then it comes with like little stuff like that, like the orange cable, super nice. Like a thick braided cable with a strap on it. Just for like MIDI instruments in this price point, it's super cool to see that. So one thing I really love is that it's plug and play. So literally plugged it in USB-C. Right away it works in a generic MIDI setting, which not all MIDI keyboards do this. And that can be very frustrating. You kind of just want to like be able to plug something in and play. As far as the material goes, it is kind of like a see-through purple, which at first I was kind of like, that's kind of corny, that's kind of cheap. But I mean, it feels pretty nice and it doesn't look terrible. Like I think it's pretty chillin'. It's like better than kind of just like some black, generic MIDI keyboard sitting on your desk. As far as like the feel goes, obviously these aren't weighted keys. Like nothing in this size range has weighted keys. They do feel nice. They got a good little spring to them. These pads could be a little bit more sensitive. I'm not really picking up a whole lot of different velocity settings on them. They're kind of firm. Pads could be better, but in relation to the Novation launch key, I'm not a big fan of those like launching clips at the top. I know they're the same idea. You could set them to whatever you want, but just how they're smaller and there's more of them, I don't really like that. I like, for me, if I'm playing something on a MIDI keyboard, I like having the keys and then I like having drum pads to jam out on. Another thing that I like more about this one than the launch key is that all 8 of your macros are in one little section here. So that's kind of cool because like on the Novation, they're lined up at the top and here they're more like consolidated into one area. So it's actually matches better. Like it matches how an Ableton rack would be. So it's more intuitive, like because I have stuff here like my Serum rack where it's 4 and 4 and now it's more intuitive for me to adjust them here. Another thing I like over the Launch Key Mini is that it does have this little display, this little like LCD display screen. Kind of a nice touch, especially for this price point. If you twist the wheel, it does default to master volume, which is cool because I no longer need to reach over to my Universal Audio interface and adjust the volume. I can do it here, which is tight. So basic MIDI settings, I'm going to go into settings here, link tempo MIDI, make sure the track's on. For in and out, track and remote are the ones you want to kind of have on by default. And then I'm going to go ahead and see if it's listed as an option in here. So while it does work in generic MIDI mode, we're going to want to use a particular settings. So they have an app that is linked from their website. I can drop this in the description. And it's basically either a Mac or a PC app, or a app on Mac and whatever the hell you PC users use on PC. And now this is going to allow us to configure the Ableton settings here. So this gives us all of our different settings. We can change these. We can map them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and map these real quick. So I have my little macro box down here. And for those of you, we're going to press Command M. And I'm just going to click on these macro wheels here. And go kind of left to right. And give these knobs a little twist. So click, twist, click, twist, click, twist. You get the idea. These are individually mapped to the parameters we want them to. And then let's go ahead and map. So let's do record, press our record button here. Map our transposition, so our play and pause. And you only have to do this once. So we'll do this once and save it. Map our mod wheel. Then we're going to go up here to tap tempo. Click this little button here. And that's a pretty good place to start for the MIDI mapping. So that sound is obnoxious as hell. But when playing it, like, these knobs feel pretty good. They're like little kind of metally knobs. The mod wheel has a nice like smooth surface. Pretty responsive. So I went ahead and also mapped the master volume to the main output. This is a cool feature because if you're gain staging and everything's like super quiet, we can crank this up to 6. Or if we're just belting and we want to turn this down, we can just kind of control all this right here. So overall, we're set up in Ableton. I just kind of wanted to give you guys a quick breakdown of how to MIDI map it in Ableton, how to get it going, and my opinion on it, which is, I think it's pretty dope, especially at the price point. It's cheaper than a lot of the other ones in this kind of range. The pads could be a little bit more responsive. I didn't really love that, but that's really the only like major downside I've seen. I also wish that there was a Ableton preset or integration. Maybe there is, and I haven't found it. If I do, I will make sure to let you guys know. If you know about it, link it in the description. I was not able to find it on their website. Not a big deal. Again, we just pressed Command M and it took us a couple minutes to get through and map everything. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.
More